that shit. Okay, no, you know what? Fuck that shit. We're not gonna. Fuck the intro.
Yeah.
Fuck the intro. Let's just start. Let's just do it off the top. Like, this is season 2, and this is like the first episode of this. So I don't think this needs to be too perfect. I think it needs to be more of like an establishment that this is gonna be a new season. So,
yeah.
Like, fuck, like, this is the mixtape because motherfuckers, they should know already since this is the second season. But
It's season 2 already.
Yeah. So it's like we should just be like, like, welcome back, guys. Like, what's happening? Like, we should just be chill. Like, we shouldn't even like announce it because like Joe Rogan, he don't even announce this shit because he already know. Like,
he just like he invites his guests pretty much on. He's like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, and
how you feeling?
What's up? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we should have an intro, but get it like done to where it's like smooth.
Yeah,
like one voice and it's just boom.
Yeah,
and it's crisp, clear with the music in the background and everything, and then have that be like our intro. So that we don't have to ever worry about it. So that whenever we want to start our podcast, we can be like, all right, so like, let's
just go.
Yeah. We don't have to sit there and be like.
Yeah, and then I think it's been weird every time we had somebody on. It was like, we're going to do the intro now.
Be quiet.
Yeah.
Shh. Sit there.
Right? It was kind of weird.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, so, fuck it. I think we should just start. Because then I feel like off the bat, honestly, it kind of starts off of like, we have to be different now. The podcast is
on. Yeah.
We're recording.
We're recording now, so we have to get into character.
Yeah.
And do this intro.
Like, I want to just like.
I just want to
record a conversation.
Yeah.
With you, and then like, if people want to listen, that's dope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how we should have somebody else. Like, we should come up with something.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hello.
Yeah, this is the intro.
We were trying to fucking do a new intro because this is season 2 now.
This is season 2, y'all. Season 2, episode 1.
Episode 1.
Catch us on Netflix.
It's oh yeah. Let's do a little podcast special.
A little podcast special. Netflix special.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Well, I do want to explain like why this is season 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like we took a little holiday break. We had a lot of shit that happened.
Yes.
Over the time. We got, season 2, we upgrading the quality a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we also wanted to it's been a while, a couple episodes since just me and Anon talking.
Just the two of us.
So we just wanted to go back to that.
Back to the basics.
Back to the basics.
Back to episode 1, season 1.
Back to the, oh, I didn't start my timer, bro.
Oh, you're good.
Hold up.
Look at you.
Talk to the people, bro.
How's it going, America?
All right, we're good.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm excited.
So.
Oh, and no notes either.
No, we're not doing notes.
We're not. This time. No iPad. No scrolling. Nothing. Whatever we.
Off the top.
Off the top. Like, of course, we'll come with. Like,
we can freestyle, so it should be fun.
Freestyle. The podcast?
No, I mean I'm just saying we can rap. So I mean.
Oh.
We should be able to come up with something off the top.
If we can freestyle, then yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I was like, we gonna freestyle right now?
Yeah, let's go.
You first. Oh, okay.
I can't do it.
I was like, is he really gonna say?
I was scared, bro.
I was about to go like, I was about to say we might as well go line for line and be like, you start it and then I go and then you go. I was like, oh shit, he's gonna say something.
We can't do it on the podcast like that. They gotta listen. They gotta go on there and listen.
Yeah, they gotta.
I got something coming out this year.
Oh,
I just want to start out season 2 like that.
Oh, like that? It's like that?
Yeah, it's coming out this year. Been working on a project for like 4 years.
Yeah.
5 years, something like that, a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker's on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cool people on there. And yeah, it's going to be really cool.
I'm excited, bro.
I'm really excited. I'm nervous. I'm even talking about it right here. I'm like...
shaking like, oh, shit.
It's real.
Now. Yeah, people
it's
real.
Real.
Now you got... Whoever's watching, they're going to be waiting.
Yeah, it's real. No, it's real this time. Like, it's for real. Like, it's coming out.
Good.
I've played the whole thing for him.
Yep.
It's a cool story. I don't even want to call it an album. It's a story.
It is.
I wrote something to it as well that will follow it as well, that you can go from track 1 to the end, and it corresponds and everything. So it's cool.
It is.
It's cool, man.
I digged it. Yeah, how's that feel, huh?
It's scary, bro.
Yeah?
Like saying it's real. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen now.
It's going to.
And that's been one of my New Year's resolutions too, is like actually to like put it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like I gotta do it because I love doing music.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I gotta move on, bro. Like that's why I like doing stuff, because like I do the shit because I'm like I get tired of doing the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I want to do something different after this. So like this one will be rap. The next one will be something else.
Something different, yeah.
Or the next one will be with somebody else. Or, you know, like
Exactly.
however it goes. But yeah.
Nah, I'm glad. Shit, you announced it, bro.
Yeah.
It's real deal
It's
now.
happening. It's happening.
I'm glad.
Yep.
Shit, I've been waiting.
Yeah. He's always like,
Like,
bro, when are you putting that song out? Like, come on.
I need to listen to
Jesus
that,
Christ.
bruh.
I want to show this to people. I want to fucking...
Shoot, even other people have been asking about it.
Yeah. I'm
Junior
like, no.
Everybody.
I'm like, no.
They're like, is he ever going to put that shit out?
No.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't know.
No.
I'm like, that shit's
not happening.
Shit's underground in the vault.
No. It's not happening.
No, for real, though. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. I wanted to start out like that. And, yeah.
That's good.
It's going to be heat.
My New Year's resolution ain't nothing like that, but that's good.
What's yours?
I got to pay this car off. That's
Oh.
my New Year's resolution. I want to have that thing paid off.
Just so
by
like
this
you
year,
can
so I can just be less restrictions, you know, less strings attached.
less bills and all that.
So I can start. So I'm trying to move on, you know, just like you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get past paying this car off so I can do something different.
It's crazy to think about like where where I was when we first met.
Oh yeah.
To where I am now. Not saying like I'm done, or not saying that like I got everything, but like just like to where I was, just even like just on a living situation, it's crazy. Like when I met, like I was living at my dad's house when I met you, but you never came there.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
And then but then we went to my girlfriend's parents' house. We went to an apartment. Then we went to my friend's house. And then we went to here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like, damn, it's been a journey, bro.
For real, you've definitely been.
During COVID and everything.
Exactly.
Fucking bullshit.
Hella shit, bro. Fuck COVID, y'all. Okay? I'm gonna tell y'all that right now.
Let's talk about that.
Sheesh, let's talk about it. So, man, I don't even know where to start.
How's COVID, Anon?
COVID is something. Let me go ahead and tell you that right now, okay? So we had an extended break. I had an extended vacation, for sure. But one day I don't even know if I like woke up or if it was just in like the middle of the day, but like I couldn't smell anything. So it was like
shit.
Like it was just weird. Like I just knew my body didn't feel good. Like something was wrong or something was like tampering with my body. So I was just like,
yeah,
damn, is this it? Like, and that's where it's crazy too. It's like, 'cause you don't know what COVID is. And even like, 'cause I'm pretty sure I had it when I had it, it was like, but is this COVID? Like, is this COVID?
Wait, you never tested positive?
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
I did.
Okay.
But I had the symptoms first, so I didn't really know.
Oh.
Like, you don't know what it'll do until you get it. And so now, and then until you, like, go and get confirmed for having it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm like, I was sitting there, I'm just like, yeah, I think I got COVID. But then again, I'm like, wait, maybe I don't. Like, I don't know what COVID is. I don't know what it does. Like, I don't know.
I'm not smart.
Yeah. Fuck. Damn. I wasn't thinking
I wasn't calling you out.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, I know you weren't, but I wasn't going that far. Like, I was just like, man, like COVID is like, that's what's so like crazy. And I'm like, to be honest, I'm glad that I got it, like low key, because now I know what to. Yeah, at least I know like what to expect and like, I guess like. I just know what to expect from like a basis level. So like if I ever were to get it again, or if somebody were to get it and they were telling me some stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, you probably got COVID. But yeah, it was just like one day I just like couldn't smell, and it was like the weirdest thing. It wasn't like you had like a stuffy nose and you could tell like, oh, something was blocking your airway or something was like it was known. It was just like, oh, I can't smell anything. Like I would go outside and you would be expecting to like smell the air and smell the wind or smell your breath, like things that you just smell constantly all the time, and you
Yeah.
literally don't smell it. Like it's literally like someone took a switch that said smell in your body and turned it off. And it's like you put a flower, you put hand sanitizer up, you can smell alcohol, like it'll tingle and give you those feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
But eat a piece of you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a red Skittle and like a green one. It would just taste sweet. Like you can tell it was like a sweet candy, but you wouldn't be able to tell the flavor. You eat a piece of steak and you season it really well. You go to bite it, you'll be mad. Like,
really?
Damn, I put all this seasoning and you can't even taste it. You can't even
Jeez.
nothing. You can tell it's salty probably and sweet or savory or whatever. But
Yeah.
as far as like the seasonings you put on it and stuff like that, it's like you could just not even put any work into anything. Like if everyone had COVID and you were trying to make a restaurant,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you'd be good. As long as people don't throw up, you could make the basic ass like food and people wouldn't even know. You tell them like, oh, I put 10,000 different seasons in it, and they wouldn't be able to tell if you were lying or not. I'm dead ass. Like it was bad. Yeah. So that happened, and then I had to go and get tested, and then I found out that it came up positive. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, all right, this is reality. I got it.
Yeah.
And so after that, yeah, you just had a quarantine from the day you started having symptoms, and that's what I did. I just stayed at home, not really doing nothing, try to minimize my exposure to the house and stuff and stay in my room and all of that. And I was just like, man, like, this is rough. Like, this is not only boring, but, like, I can't, like, literally not being able to smell is, like, you take it for granted, for sure.
Really?
And then when you don't have it, you're like, it, like, drives you crazy. Like,
does it make shit really boring or like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Life is boring.
So like, I was thinking too of like, do you think you can't taste as well because you can't smell?
I believe. Okay, thank you for asking that, because I believe people confuse the two.
Okay.
This is how I like to look at it. I believe that tasting and smelling are two different things. I feel like tasting is a feeling, and smelling is where some people think they taste. So, like, if, for instance, if you were to take, or even if you were to take your drink right there and you plug your nose and drink it, most of the time you won't be able to taste what it is you're drinking. Like, you won't be able to get the aroma or whatever, the scent or whatever, it gives off, like the lemon flavor.
Yeah.
You'll just taste like seltzer water. And so that's what it was like. Like, I felt the sensations in my mouth, but, yeah, you couldn't. It's more of like I think it's more of a nose thing. Like, you couldn't smell.
So, okay. What are you saying, like, smelling, like, helps to taste?
I think...
Like, you can still eat something and feel it in your mouth, but, you can't, like, there's, like, different accents because you would have the smell as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, like, I'm trying to figure out a way to put it. Like... Yeah, like, for instance, like, if you, like, I'm trying to think of something. Like, if you had something that's totally different from the other, like, two different flavors or something like that, like, you just, it doesn't go through your system the same. Like, it's, like, it would be for people not tasting, but really what I think it is you're not smelling it. Like, you don't, because, like, everything that's connected, like, your nose is connected to your mouth, because when you sniffle in hard and you got snot in your nose, it goes into your mouth.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think tasting is more of a feeling because of that fact there too, because of the fact that if you eat something, oh, yes, your nose is probably what's picking up. Oh, it tastes like oregano, or it tastes like cilantro. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell cilantro if you were to plug your nose, or if you had COVID, you won't be able to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the nose is where it all comes from. And I feel like people get they're like, oh, I can't taste anything, but I can smell. I'm like, what? Like, or I can smell, but I can't smell, but I can taste my food. What? Like, think about if somebody put a piece of food in front of you, you couldn't smell it. How are you gonna taste it? Like, how does your body know what it's supposed to even smell like? So you don't have any, anything. Like, if somebody, like, I really think that's what it is, though. Like, it's all in the nose.
That's interesting, because, like, I know that, I I remember doing like a jelly bean challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you put it in your mouth and you chew it, and then you plug your nose, and you can't taste it. But then when you unplug,
it's like
you taste it.
Yeah,
it's like immediately too. It's weird.
That's exactly what it's like. So yeah, imagine eating something and then having to plug your nose for like a week straight.
That's weird. Was it like so? Like, did you have like a lot of like snot coming out? Is that why?
No.
You were like you could breathe fine.
Yeah, I'm like That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like, oh,
weird.
I'm sick, or oh, I got snot coming out of my nose, so it's blocking this, that, and the third. No, it was like I could breathe normally. That switch got turned off.
All right, bro. We're gonna get into some mixtape shit.
Oh shit! Here we
Ready?
go. And of course, he's the one to do it, y'all. So if it gets weird, it's on him. It's like,
all right. So, why?
Oh shit!
The virus was made in China, right?
Yeah.
And that's not like a saying. Like I'm not memeing. Like, it was actually came from China, right? Mm-hmm. Why was this virus made? 1. 2. Why did they decide that they didn't want people to smell?
Oh, like if they made it so that it would take that away from people?
Or like, is there a reason why some people get it and some people don't? And there's a reason why you like, let's say you were chosen to get this virus for some reason, and like, some people get it more intense, some people don't. And then, is there a reason why they said that Christian's not going to be able to smell while he has it?
As if it's like,
or your body, your DNA. Why did they choose your DNA type or whatever to say, okay, he's going to actually feel the effects of COVID, and like he won't be able to smell? Like, shit. Why? And then other people
either don't have
they're
symptoms.
Like nothing. They get over it in a day, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Shit, that's a good question. I would think that would be just personal immune systems, I guess, in a sense, because I wouldn't, because then that would pose the question, how many variants are there, and how many variants would somebody make of COVID?
Well, I think now, sorry.
No, you're good.
I didn't
you're
mean
good.
to cut you off. I think now that COVID's like out here, it's like gone into the fucking deep dark tunnels of India and like I'm exaggerating, but like it's gone into the weird places of the world now to where it's like got some friends on its back, and he's like he influenced all these viruses. Hey, come with me, and then he goes back out to the world and he's like, get into the fucking fuck you, and then he has all these other like friends basically that he met along his journey across the world, and that's why we're seeing all these different types,
symptoms and stuff.
I think.
It could be. I mean,
think it's still the same COVID-19, but I think it's now has friends.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's something like that.
I'm sure when you get COVID, it probably introduced even more shit than just COVID with it. And even with the fact that people are now saying that there are new strains of it now. Like they said, there's like a COVID-2 that's supposed to be more infectious and whatever. Not proven to be more symptomatic, but
that's the thing too. I just heard today there's a video of some Boris Johnson or somebody in the UK, and he was saying that the COVID strain that they got in the UK has a higher mortality rate than anywhere else.
Mortality rate as in like staying alive?
No, like death.
Oh, like lethal.
Yeah.
Like it's way more lethal.
I think so. Mortality?
I'm thinking of like life and like immortality and mortality.
Immortal or
mortality.
Fuck, what does that mean?
You might be right though. Mortality. I don't. So. I've never used the word like that.
Have a higher mortality rate. I think that means death.
Shit, y'all might. Hey, fact check us.
I think that means death.
I bet you. What's his name knows?
Who?
Jordan. Fact check us.
Oh yeah.
Mortality.
Hit us.
Hit us up.
They were stupid or something in the comments. Like, bro, how do you not figure this out? This guy, he's speaking to the people, and you can't figure this out.
You don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. Come on, bro. This is why we don't live in the UK. They're smarter there.
They're smarter, and they got all the good stuff over there.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, it's different. it's different. You look at life differently. Like, I really was going crazy, bro. Like, I thought I was going to go crazy. Yeah, for sure.
Were you trying to work out and, like, do other stuff
Fuck
while
no.
you... No?
Working out,
could
bro?
you not?
Are you serious? Look at me. I'm getting fat.
You got the
fucking COVID.
Pillsbury Doughboy rolls, bro.
Fuck, bro. Like, I didn't... Bro, last time I saw this was, like, when I was, like, fucking 13, 14. I'm like, golly.
Bro, I'm there. I'm right there, bro.
Hey,
if
bro.
anything, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that can relate, but I feel like I'm like the worst looking I've ever looked in my entire life, bro.
No, I'm definitely getting
there
too.
I'm like, holy shit, like I'm like way the most I've ever weighed. Fucking, I got like all the like my cheeks are fucking getting out here and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is happening to me, bro? Fuck.
You're like shit.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to go on a run. The fuck? Shit. And then it's like, especially when you're like not feeling good, like you're feeling like not sick, but like feeling down or something. It's like, man, it's fucking tough. I feel like if you're not already going to the gym or something,
yeah,
and it's not like a regular routine that you already do, it's hard to get into it. Mm-hmm. It definitely is.
It really is. COVID, or I believe, shit, I would almost, man, the year 2020, just everything, I feel like that's probably the worst year of everybody's life. Like, that's one thing people can say. Like, if someone was like, hey, what was the worst, or I'm sure some people had great times in 2020, but I would think the majority of humanity would sit there and be like, oh, 2020 was the worst year I had to go. Well, just depending on, like, personal things, but
yeah,
as far as, like, being able to go do shit and having, like, the whole world, like, on a different shift and a different, vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like weight gain is definitely on, like, the top 3 reasons why 2020 is not the year.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at myself, I'm just like, man, like, I would go through Snapchat memories back in, like, July, even, like, back in, like, the summertime. Uh-huh. Yeah, it was still COVID, but I don't know. Within these last few months, it was just like, I just gave up, bro. I just gave up or something, but...
Dude, I feel like, I don't know. I think this whole COVID thing has really brought, like, I feel like everything that happened because of COVID was like it was an attack on democracy and attack on normal life, an attack on every aspect of economic,
point of view.
Yeah, and in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because, and I mean, you just point out going to the mall or going to see a movie or going out
to a restaurant
anywhere. Yes,
yeah.
To a restaurant, going out anywhere. That's money. Every time somebody leaves their house, that's money because they spend gas.
Yes.
Or in the long term, they have to get their car fixed. Mm-hmm. Anytime anybody goes out, now they're telling people to stay home and stay inside and all this stuff, and it's contradictory to like what our whole entire democracy have stood on this like forever. And like even to a point where like I don't know who started it or what, but like Christmas was all built around going to the mall.
Yeah. Or even just like family gatherings.
Yeah, that too. But I was getting to like going to the mall and spending money on your family.
Oh, yeah.
And like now it's totally changed up to where you don't have to go to the mall anymore. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, they don't want you to go to the mall really because they're like, stay home. And so like this whole like idea of what we've had of democracy is kind of like being ripped away from us.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like we don't have a choice in this. Not even the government has a choice in this. They have to, I mean, they're trying to fight whatever they do to fight against it or whatever. But it's like even they realize if all of our people die, we don't have money either.
Yeah.
We live off their taxes, and it's like, I hope they're not, but are they playing a numbers game of like, okay, we can lose this many people this year, and we're gonna be okay up here in the capital.
Definitely, yeah. That would be, when it comes to government, That's what's crazy. I'm not gonna go too much into this because it's gonna go off topic. But the fact that you can say that about our government is crazy.
Yeah.
Like how corrupt it could possibly be. Like
they're never gonna tell us.
Of course.
How corrupt it is.
Yeah, but that's what's really crazy in the midst of all of it. It's like, yeah, they're American people who live in this country with us.
Yeah.
But they could be the reason why, or they could be doing this because they're different.
Yeah.
Because they hold a different status, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would. That shit's crazy. One other thing I wanted to say was is based off of like, I'm gonna kind of dip into this next topic, which I'm sure we're gonna go into, but with Childish Gambino's because of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the Dissect podcast on Spotify about it all, you realize what his album's about. We've done that. And so it's like, think about COVID being the attempt to bring humanity together. Being the only attempt, or one of the few attempts to bring humanity together. Because if you think about it, we all had to be on like a quarantine type stuff. Like it was almost, well, not really mandate. Well, it was mandated to wear masks and stuff like that. So it's like, was this the time we were supposed to come together and like help one another and like, be more productive and be, more reliant on what we can do like from home and with each other instead of having to go, like, you realize you can't go out nowhere. So like even going to the store is a risk. Mm-hmm. So normally you wouldn't want to do that. Mm-hmm. So like you could do stuff at home. Like you could, I'm sure people don't have a lot of land, but I would think that you could do like self-planning, like gardens and, doing like your own like homegrown type shit.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm thinking, I'm like, man, was this the attempt like to bring, like everybody's got to be at home, but that doesn't mean, internet's still there so we can communicate to one another and whatever and that and the third. Mm-hmm. But I honestly think since it was a global impact that it was really supposed to be a time for all of us to come together to try to fix it quick. Mm-hmm. So if what we want to go back to is normalcy, to being able to go to the mall and doing all that shit, then we got to work together. But as you can see, ain't nobody like the world is just, the countries are just so conflicted within each other.
Yeah.
That it's taken us this long. Like people, like places in Australia, like islands or whatever, uh-huh. And they shut down their borders and everybody's following what they're supposed to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That shit's like, you go to Australia, there ain't no COVID. Like, or if there is, there's little counts of it. But here, we're so entitled to what we have and can't let it go for a few months.
Yeah.
To try to sit here and really just be like, okay, we need to come together as a nation and just stop for like a second
I wonder what would happen, if they told everybody, we know how long the virus lasts for. Mm-hmm. And if we lock it down for that amount of time, like nobody leaves, like there's a service or something where people bring you food or something like that. And like, it's just for 2 weeks. Or like every neighborhood, there'll be like a drop off of MREs or something like that. Or like, just for 2 weeks or something. I don't think could be any longer than that, right? How long the virus could last. But, I wonder if people would do it still.
Probably not. That's what I'm saying.
And then, because it's like, you look back on like how long it's been going for. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's been going for like almost a year now. And what if we just did it for 2 weeks and then it's all over? We don't have to worry about vaccinations. We don't have to worry about any of it. Stimulus checks done. Mm-hmm. Everything's back to normal. And you look back and it's like, we spent all this time still not doing it. Still not doing it. It's like, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and like a part of that is the people, but part of it is the government saying like, figure it out. We're not going to give you money, but figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and what are we supposed to do with that? We're, you know, like, and I think the beginning, like, was bad because I don't think anybody really knew what was going on, and like nobody had good information on how to, like, do it right because you know, if anybody said anything wrong, it could change the whole scope of everything, and everybody was freaking out about it. They didn't know how to come out and even tell people that there's a virus or not, you know. So makes you think, like, what if aliens are real? What are they gonna do if fucking aliens are real and they're like, how do we come out with this? They're real. No, they're not. You have to wear a mask when you meet an alien. No, you don't.
Don't be afraid when you see them. Be afraid when you see them.
Be afraid, yeah.
They might kill you, they might not.
They might not. They have guns. No, they don't have guns.
But do what you... Figure it out.
Yeah.
Just figure it out.
Sir,
You told
in
me.
your last week, you said that they have guns. I never said that.
I never said that.
I never would have said that ever. Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
You're from Germany, aren't you, huh? Yeah. I knew it. That's a bad nation. I don't like that nation. That nation's bad.
I'm gone.
You know that in Germany,
Oh, shit.
there's a guy named Hitler that came from there. They're done forever, you know?
I'm done with you, man.
Sorry, bro.
So, no. He said sorry, bro.
It's all done.
That's some shit, though. That's some real shit, though. That's how they be going about it. Like, that's just so crazy. I'm not even worried about that shit. But it's like, if the government, like, I don't know. I just feel like we just take ourselves for granted. Like, really. Like, it's very sad to think about it. And it's like, as far as we know, proven by real hard evidence and facts and whatever, we're the only ones here. Like, Earth is known to be the only planet, at least that I know, that people have researched and have found, you know, life forms on it. And so I'm sitting here like, man, if we're all we have, why aren't we trying to preserve ourselves? Like, why aren't we trying to, like, stay healthy and stay united? Because at the end of the day, we all have the same thing in common. We're all human beings, regardless of what we look like. And we need Earth. Like, without it, who are we? And so, it's crazy how, even in a time of a pandemic that's worldwide, we still can't even come together. Like, it's just like...
If anything, it's worse.
Exactly.
Than it's ever been.
Exactly.
It's worse than it's ever been.
Exactly.
And then you go back to, like, what you were saying before is COVID, you know, with the whole... Everything's happened... This whole thing's happening to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the things that happened this past year, you know, and still now, you know, is this all pushback to make sure that people don't come together during this time?
Exactly. Make it more of a division.
No matter what it was. I mean, good or bad or, you know, anything, you know, even a good thing can push people away.
Exactly.
You know, we've seen that now, that there's two sides to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter if it's good or bad, you know, people are going to think what they're going to think, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, and that's like, you know, that's the whole thing that's wrong with, like, you know, being on social media a lot too. Is like, if you put your idea out there and you think, yeah, I stand behind that, that's super cool, you put it out there, and then somebody says, yo, that's fucking shit. That's going to be like, oh my God, like, I really believed in that. Like, I really thought that was, like, going to make me cool or whatever. I thought I was going to get a lot of likes or, you know, and then you don't. And then you see everybody liking that guy's comment that said you're shit.
And you're like,
holy fuck.
But then look at the glass half full. And in order for all those people to like his comment on your post, they had to go to your post and look at it. So,
yeah, everybody came to your post and said you're shit
and looked at your picture. However many likes he get, that's how many people looked at your picture.
Yeah,
so
you're welcome, guy.
Thank you for commenting on my
Fuck
on my
you,
post.
Guy.
Yeah.
They came to my post.
They came to my post,
even though they think I'm shit.
Oh yeah, now I'm the shit because everybody's seeing me.
Oh no, I was thinking the other way.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know how
like,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how you meant it.
I
But
would go down and like, I don't know. Like that's why I stayed away from like social media for a long like forever. I'm still like away from it just because like
it's too much.
It's so much shit can happen to you and like there's I never got into a situation like that because I just didn't put myself out there online like that.
Mm-hmm.
I always tried to stay away.
Yeah.
And like not comment and not like
and like watch behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And shit. Like no, for sure.
I know, and that's one way to do it. And I feel like people will probably say that's wrong too because like if you're not really telling how you feel about something when you see it, like are you being fake? Are you really being real?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'd so much rather talk to somebody like face to face than do it online.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that's the most cheap way, if any way, like pussy way to do it.
No, facts.
And like I'd much rather sit in front of somebody and talk face to face and like really feel how they're feeling.
Yeah.
Because I feel like unless you're like sitting in front of them, you can't feel how they actually feel about it, and then same thing, you can't learn from how they're feeling, and that's why I wanted to start this podcast too, is have a whole bunch of different people that I know that even me and you probably won't agree on what they're saying, and we'll probably have differences and all that, because like we like that's a experience for both of us to like learn something from, so it's like. And then if it's cool for people to be able to see that too, because then people will be like, wow, like that still exists. It's not all online anymore, or it hasn't always been online, but it seems like that for you and you because it's always been here. But like, it's not, the world, like we can choose how we want to see it, and it's always been face to face. This online thing is what's fucking brand new. It's a baby compared to how old the world is. Even to how long we've been on Earth for, and that's not that long either.
Exactly.
Like human beings have only been around for, I don't know, I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I thought I heard like 316,000 years was like when the first human being was on Earth or something. But even that's not long. Like
316. You said 316,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because the Earth is
like
is older than that.
Billions
of years.
Yeah, trillions, if not trillions. I think. I don't know, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, shit. I feel like this is like damn near talking about the internet now. This is probably like the best segue to go into
because the internet.
Because the internet now.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Yeah, no, it's like. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not going to just go into because of the internet, but since we're on the internet, because the internet, it's exactly how you said it was. Like, yeah, it's definitely like a pussy way, like I'm going to say this because I don't have to have that experience, that face-to-face experience and feel what people have to do. And I feel like that maybe internet in and of itself, the fact that you have that power to do something like that, it just worsens the relationship between all of us in a way too. Like, internet has done good for us, but then again, like you can tell internet is bad. Donald Trump on Twitter and stuff.
Fucking king of Twitter, bro.
Yeah. Now he banned on every social media platform ever.
Now even the king is banned, bro.
Yeah, like sheesh.
Oh man, what are we supposed to do now?
But I know, like we can't even do
shit.
It's like if he get but it's just like
you have to admit though that motherfucker's tweets are funny as fuck.
Bro, I never even paid attention. I don't have Twitter.
When he was a while ago, he was going after Rosie O'Donnell, bro.
Really?
Oh my god, he was going in on her.
He was attacking her.
Shit, there's like this I think this Wall Street journalist that he had a grudge for.
Really?
Since like 1984.
Damn.
And it was because that guy was like the first person to call like his hands were like small.
Donald Trump's
hands
were small?
He had a forever grunge for the guy.
Damn.
And so he was always going on Twitter talking about how he's not a real reporter. He sucks. I'm better. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, fucking, all right, bro.
Like, that's what I'm saying. And that's the other thing. It's like people like that, they'll try to make their personal problems everybody's problem. Like, oh, he sucks. It's like, yeah, for you, like, I don't even know the dude. And then people will bandwagon and then climb on his little...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does suck.
He does.
Oh, yeah, he's a bitch.
He's a bitch.
Yeah.
I like him, but he doesn't like him, so I don't like him.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck him. Like,
I don't even know what he's about.
Yeah, you've never met that dude in your life. Like, what?
That's the scary thing about getting canceled now, too. Is like, I'm not taking anything away from anybody that's got canceled, because there's a lot of people out there that have done some fucking shady shit, like Chris D'Elia. That guy's fucking fucked up, texting underage girls and shit. And
that's the new shit that came out, huh?
That one's been out for a while. I don't know about.
I saw some shit on Snapchat. Some dude did the same thing.
Yeah,
they doing that now. That's a new thing, new trend.
Not cool. There's a TikTok guy that I know that's a newer thing now. That's really? Like he was hitting up underage girls and getting like dick pics and yeah.
He was getting them.
I don't know. Motherfucker thing. I didn't look at the messages, but I don't know if he's gay or what. But I know it's underage.
I just had to expose that right there,
but yeah. What was I saying? It was fucking, that's the thing about getting canceled now is, like, motherfuckers, they'll actually call you out on something, and then, like, somebody that they like said it, and then they'll all hop on it when they haven't even seen the evidence yet.
Exactly.
And that's the scary thing now is, like, I mean, for a long time, I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody being canceled, but for a long time, America used to be, you weren't guilty until you were proven, proven guilty. And now it's like, you're guilty when somebody says you're guilty.
Yeah.
no judge, no fucking nothing.
No process.
Yeah, and if you ever build yourself on a platform, you better hope to God you didn't do anything wrong to anybody. And you better hope that person doesn't have anybody behind them saying all this shit too about you. Exactly. You know? And then guess what? You lose all your shit. Chris D'Elia, I used to listen to the guy's podcast. I watched all of his stand-ups. I watched even shows that weren't he was in that I didn't like. I'd watch him because I thought he was a cool, funny dude. And then you learn about all this shit. And he can't do any of that anymore. Like, no podcast, no Instagram, no Twitter, nothing. You can't say nothing for yourself. And I'm not saying he wasn't a bad guy, because he was a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But, fucking crazy, bro. You better hope that nobody has any grunge for you, because they'll come after you. You lose your job.
And that's what's crazy is that, like, in this world, because you mentioned that, it's like people will come after you for shit you did like years and years ago. So it's like you gotta like damn near from like you have to pretty much live almost a pure life, like 100% pure, like 100% pure. Like I'm not saying like, oh, you don't need like do certain shit, but keep it on the on the download. Nah, like. In order to be, because I feel like a lot of people, especially now, with everybody coming out and saying, "Oh, he did this," and what was the moment that they was it the Me Too moment? Is that what they say? What it is?
Hashtag Me Too.
Yeah, is that what that is? I'm not.
That was the Harvey Weinstein thing, but I mean, yeah, that's where it kind of like cancel culture and all that kind of came from.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I don't
from that movie producer guy. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't even know. I just know there's like a period in time where people
Me Too, yeah.
Like where girls, or I don't know if it's like like I said, I'm not 100% sure. So please fact check me if I'm wrong, because I don't I don't be on I try not to be on shit. So but just during that period, like not too long ago, like people were coming out like who got like people were just coming out and saying, oh, he harassed me, or oh, he did this back to me, and like 5 years or 10 years ago, and oh yeah, he did, oh yeah, and it's like where, like, I don't know if it was like, I just don't get it. Like it's like in a sense I do, like if he did something illegal, then they did something illegal, but if they didn't, or if you had like an agreement between each other or something, it's like, or something, just anything in general. And they'll go back and be like, oh, 15 years ago, before you even were famous, before you even did that, this happened. Like, boom. You're talking about 15 years. Like, time has changed.
That's what they did to Kevin Hart. You remember that shit? He was, he was gonna host the Oscars.
Oh, and see, that's what I'm saying.
And they like called out something like
he said gay or something. Like
10 years ago.
Yeah, he commented on Twitter or made a post and said something like he was bashing on gay people or whatever the hell it was.
And then the thing was like, he was like, I'm not gonna say I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Like, that was a long time ago, and he admitted that he like wouldn't say that kind of a joke now because it's hacky.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I'm not saying sorry.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's
like I was a coming up learning comedian. I was trying to be funny.
And somebody who's earned their credentials, like even time after he posted that, he came out with movies and shows and stand-ups and Netflix specials, and everybody watched it.
Yeah.
Didn't have a problem.
Yeah. And then this one tweet.
Years ago. Half a lifetime ago.
Yeah. But luckily he didn't get canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's still in movies and stuff.
Yeah, he got enough juice in his.
But that was one situation where people tried to call him out, and then he's like, "Come on, like that's like it was like I forget what it said, but it was like so obviously he was trying to be funny, and then it was so like
someone took it.
It was a long time ago, and then you can tell like he's gotten better as a comedian too, and it's like, man, like these people need to fuck off, like, God, dude.
That's a better like a demonstration than whatever I was trying to say. I feel like I was looking kind of like dissing on people who were getting like, but no, yeah, that's more of what I was trying to say. So don't come at me if y'all think I'm like saying some different type of shit. Illegal shit's illegal, and if you did something, you going to jail.
Yeah.
But like shit like that though, like the Kevin Hart thing, like that's a better representation of what I'm trying to say. Is like, it's like, damn, really?
Yeah.
And it's just out of nowhere too. Like, oh no, you can't. Like,
and it's like, yeah, Twitter isn't like where you go and put your hand on the Bible and say, I'm not gonna tell a lie here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure I've been on Twitter and said some fucking stupid shit too, and I'm not gonna tell a lie or whatever, no, it's not court, and then like no matter what, it's Twitter. It shouldn't hold that much, base. Unless it's like you start getting into like DM kind of shit, and you're like getting pictures, and because that's not good.
Because it's directed
and it's
shit.
Private.
Yeah.
And fucking,
it's kind of hidden.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, it's like it's fucking Twitter, people. Like, get off your phones.
Facts. That's what I'm saying.
Man.
Like, that's real. That's real deal, and that's why I never downloaded that. I've never downloaded Twitter. No. I saw it as just another Instagram, and I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know why I have Twitter on my phone.
Really?
Like, it's on there. I look at it. But, like, where I'm getting into the real juicy shit is, like, Reddit, Yeah. Reddit's my shit, bro. I'm on that. And I show, like, all the, like, fresh memes to you at work and shit. Like, I'm like, yo, check this out.
Check this out.
I'm like,
where you find that at?
Yeah, I know. It was, like, I feel like I remember, like, some video of, like, showing you like somebody walking down a street and they like walk into a pole and shit, and you're like, what the fuck? Where did you find that? I was like, I don't know, bro. It's Reddit. Shit.
Reddit got it.
Reddit's the shit.
Facts.
All right. We want to take a break here?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. We'll be right back, people. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. We took our little intermission
break.
So. I think we wanna talk about Because of Internet.
Yep, Childish Gambino album.
Yes, it's a great album. Go out there and listen to it. We didn't have anything, or we didn't have a music song to suggest this time.
Yeah, because
it's been a while, and we, we've been going through some shit. And so. Because of Internet, I guess will be our suggestion from both of us today.
Yeah. Definitely.
Is there a song off there that's for your favorite?
I don't want to be basic and say 2005, but that's
the meaning is crazy.
I don't. That's the part of the reason why I don't like it is because it's like it's like a double like there's a double
Oh,
meaning
really?
behind
You don't
it.
like it?
Like because when you listen to it, it makes you happy, but then when you listen to like
Yeah.
to what it actually means, it's like, oh,
You're like,
it's like
damn.
damn. Like when you sing it in the car, like 3005, and then it's
Yeah.
like, wait,
You
I
know,
know what he meant. Like,
isn't that funny though too? Is like exactly what you're saying is it's a good song if you're not paying attention to what's going on
what it's supposed to mean.
or what's going on.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
You know, it's like what we were talking about before is like you can almost live like you'll live a sheltered life, but you could live a good life if you don't understand what's happening and going on around you.
Exactly.
You know, it's not going to be a very, fun and like open and like, it's not going to be a
great time.
I mean, it depends on the person if you want to do that or not. But, you can, there's a lot more things to do out there and there's a lot more things to learn if you actually really listen.
Mm-hmm.
And like, because in 3005, he talks about specifically like, the world ending pretty much and then having nobody else around him to spend the end of the world with.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, if you listen to it for the first time, you're going to be like, oh, it's a love song. But it's actually a really sad, depressing song.
Yeah.
And that's if you guys listen to the Dissect podcast, I think it's season 7 of Dissect. It goes through every episode.
Every song.
Yeah, every song, and there's also bonuses, and it's a crazy album. Childish Gambino is one of my favorite. I don't know if you can see him, but he's one of my favorite artists. I have a poster over there and 2 posters behind the camera of Childish Gambino. This is the album 3005, or Because of the Internet, and 2005 is on. One of my favorite songs is I really like Telegraph Ave. But what's the Pink Toes. I really like Pink Toes. That's the rainbow.
Oh, is that the
sunshine everywhere go. Yeah, I really like that song. Just because that one's interesting too. Just because it's like, it's kind of like 3005 where it has that like double meaning. But you can kind of Pink Toes is like another. I think they were talking about in the podcast how it's another meaning for LSD. Or something, right?
No, white girl. White girl.
I don't remember that.
They said it was. They would call it white girl, or it was a reference to white girl, and then as in like you can say it to a white girl, or you can say it as in white girl, as in like cocaine.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like Pink Toes is a white girl, but
white girl
is cocaine. Yes. And so it has like a double meaning like that, and so then it's also like a love song, but for the drug.
Yeah, that's he's going in about that, and then his relationship with drugs and shit. Like
he's like, I heard you talk about it. Act like you know. Act like you know.
Got you on my back. C3PO, C3PO. Yeah. That shit was he. I like that was one of the other ones I was gonna say other than 3005 was
all the time.
The other one I like too is what was I gonna say? The World Star.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
It's like World Star or something before that. Yeah, you already know that.
Oh,
so Fresh Prince. I'm about to bring the show back. Like that shit was playing. I was like, ooh.
The funny thing is with Childish Gambino, or some people may know him by Don Glover, but I doubt. I mean, maybe now, but like, he writes a lot of shit, and so that's why in that song he says, "So Fresh Prince, I'm about to bring the show back." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna produce the show." So he's like, I'm gonna produce a new Fresh Prince and like do all this shit. And he was the guy that played Simba in the Lion King.
Oh,
right?
Childish?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played
Simba, right? What's Simba's dad?
Simba?
Mufasa, yeah. Yeah, okay. I was getting him confused. I forgot if Simba was the dad or Mufasa was
Mufasa, yeah.
So, yeah. Yes, he played Simba.
In the first one?
In The Lion King.
Shit,
the one that just came out.
Oh, the newest one?
Yeah, the newest one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Beyonce.
I don't think I've seen that one. That's a live action one, right?
Yeah, you haven't seen it?
No.
It's okay.
Yeah?
It's the same movie.
Just live action.
Yeah.
Just better graphics.
I don't know. I don't want to spoil it.
I mean, shit, it's Lion King, so if they followed the same storyline.
Let's just say someone falls.
Oh, and let me guess, it's not Mufasa.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh, damn, I might have to watch it. They might have put a remix version on it.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, they did it so, like, they have lions singing in it. You know? It's crazy, bro. There's
I'm have to watch it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm definitely going to watch
Disney
it.
did some, I don't know.
They did some real
They must have been
shit.
feeding those animals drugs or something, because, like, I don't know how they did it.
Them pink toes?
Yeah. Pink toes. Oh, yeah.
Could have.
Here in Cuba filming it or something.
I was also gonna say one of the things that stuck out to me, and I honestly forget which song it was, because when I listened to his podcast, it was like the information would flow in, and it would get stuck for that episode. And then I go to the next episode, and then all that information would get stuck, and all that shit would like go out the window, low key.
Yeah.
But
there's so much information.
There is literally I don't even know what kind of you get a glimpse of the mentality you have to have and able to make music like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like it's crazy how he does that. But then one of the things I wanted to point out was he was talking about like the traditions that we go through as like society or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I might be saying this wrong because I think that episode was like before the end. I remember I remember most of the ones that he was talking about, but he had said like the traditions we do now. So I guess I'll put this more in a question. Like, do you think the traditions we do now are like beneficial for us? Like the new traditions that are put onto us? Like about like going about your life certain ways, and like for instance, like marriages and fucking like the internet and like things that we constantly have done in progression. Like,
do I think they're good?
Yeah. Do you what do you think about them? Like the traditions that your life's supposed to go, you know?
I think it's weird.
Yeah.
Especially I can like with what the album's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it definitely seems like the way that your life is supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's a very linear route to what could be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's a predetermined path for everybody that they're supposed to do this, and if you don't do it, you're not going to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
When that's not the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go to your 9 to 5. You have to go to your go to church. You have to go to do this. You have to go to do this to be a successful person.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're learning. I feel like we're getting, older as a society, and we're learning that there's so many ways that you can go about your life.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's put on us as you have to do this. You have to get up at this time. You have to do this. Clock in, clock out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I know this isn't the way.
Yeah.
It's not the way. This is the way.
This is
the Mandalorian. This is the way.
This is the way. Do you know the way?
You know the way.
I'm dead. But yeah, that was something that I was just like, I'm sure the way the host of Dissect said it was way better explained. But when I heard that, I was like, whoa, I wonder, because if you go back to the bare bones of humanity, if you go back to before electricity and stuff like that, our main goal was to preserve ourselves. Back if you go back caveman days. And so it's crazy to know oh, after like a certain amount of time, we just like not adapted to traditions, but we like created them somewhere somehow where it was like you had to do this, and then like
you're like
oh, like one of the things he says is, this is probably from that episode, is he says, I forget what song it is, but he says, same-sex marriage, same-sex, like same-sex forever or something, like
same sex, like every day.
Yeah, same
monogamy.
Sex, monogamy. Yeah. So it's like,
yeah,
you can, so it's like, when you get married, you have the same sex with the same person for the rest of your life, pretty much.
Not even that. It's like you're having the same sex with the same person. You know what I mean? Like you're having the same sex with one person, and that's why it's monogamous, because it's like you're having the sex doesn't change, the person doesn't change. It's monogamous. You don't get to have different sex, and it doesn't get to be with anybody else.
It doesn't get to be different.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the definition of a monogamous relationship.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
like what?
Like knowing that that's in the light of what marriages like will be.
Yeah.
That's kind of like scary, ain't it? Like to think like has that like
because you think about
you, but
well, no, because like you think about too is like I don't know who they is when I refer to they, but like do they want us to have monogamy? You know, is that, you know, and if it is, why? And if I could question it, like, is it because they want people to like have their own? Like, okay, you get this. You can't have anything else though, because, and then it's like, if we can't, who's getting that?
Somebody else.
Yeah. Somebody else. And then are they getting just one? You know, a monogamous relationship with everything, and I'm not just talking about a relationship, I'm talking about like money, or talking about like people, or not people, like things that they have, you know, like a house. I get one girl, I get one dog or whatever. This person gets 3 houses, 4 dogs, 2 wives, fucking ex-wives, fucking all this, you know, and I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. That's the tradition that's been put on us. And so that's why I get into a question, because the way I like to look at life is that we are nothing. We're not nothing.
Whoa. Damn. Bro.
I'm going deep, man.
Fuck.
Okay.
Man,
We're
like
nothing.
shit.
Okay. It's like,
oh my God. No. And I'm moving in a place right now, man.
Sorry if I put y'all spirits down. I'm sorry. But no, like we're like, I like to think of life as like we're so artificial. Like the way we live our lives is very artificial. Like it's not natural.
Like on purpose?
Yeah, in a way, because of what we've created, like technology. That's not natural. That's artificial. Yeah. Like that was made. Like somebody had to make it. Like this wouldn't have just like been grown out of the ground by Earth. Nah, we had to do some, you know, something to it to make it what it was.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting to the point is the fact that like, so what if we went? So like natural life to me, like when I say natural, is like living in the wild, like how wild animals live, because I feel like that was what it was like before, you know, evolution, like for humankind. And so like if you think of like lions and like fucking, well, I guess lions, they kind of commit, you know, to their spouses and whatever, but just like it just being out in the wild, like you don't have, there's no commitment. There's no, like, I'm not saying there's problems with any of this. I'm just saying it. Like there's no commitment. There's no society that makes you, you know, whatever. There's no status. There's no, you know, like,
there's no nerds. There's no bullies. I mean, there might be like alpha males.
Yeah, there's no Instagram. There's no internet.
Like, there's no like cliques.
Yeah, there's no.
Like, you're this and I'm this. You're this and I'm this and I don't like you.
Exactly.
I'm this.
Exactly, and the only thing for them is, hey, I need to go out and just keep this species alive. Pretty much is what I'm thinking, and like let me go out and naturally do what I have to do.
Even just they're not even thinking like keep my species alive. They're thinking like I need to stay alive.
Yeah.
Like just me. Like I will kill or kill or fuck or anything. And the reason why they like have sex is to pass on their loins so that they can technically keep living.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people do as well, is because they pass on their things so that they can live on.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, they're like a failed.
They're like forgotten.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, yeah.
They're like a failed thing. And I know that happens with birds, like I don't know if you've ever seen like the Planet documentaries or whatever.
I stay watching them.
Where where birds do like the dances
Yes,
and they have the all
bro.
pretty feathers and then they're trying super hard and
to get the
they have a fucked up feather and they don't get any puss or anything, so so he's like all down on himself, so he doesn't get to pass on his loins,
repopulate.
And so then he doesn't like the other birds know that, and so they like kick him out.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That's what, that shit's crazy.
And then they die.
Mm-hmm. I think that shit's crazy too. Like even some species, like even when I say living natural and living in the wild, but even there are some species that have like a society, like how like in the Lion King, like they even have a society where it's like, oh yeah, he's the king of the jungle and he's the king. Everybody has to be aware.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason for that though too, is because like if a gazelle goes up on a lion and they're like, yo, I'm gonna fuck your bitch, the lion's gonna be like, I'm gonna fuck you.
Damn, sorry, I'm gonna
and then like, it's gonna, if gazelles are going up there thinking that all the time, gazelles are gonna be no longer, and they know that, so they're like, okay, I gotta stay away from fucking lions,
If I die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why there is that, like, okay, they're king of the jungle. We stay away. We run away when we see them. We run away from those guys because they're gonna kill us.
But then I would also say, I wouldn't say that that's necessarily a society, but food chain.
Yeah.
So they fear what they can't destroy, in a sense. I feel like we all do. That's a animal that's like a instinct. Everything has, like, if you know something can end you, or someone can, you'll have a way different attitude towards them. Like you'll be more like, you'll respect them a little bit more, and you'll be like, okay, like I need to make sure like I'm good.
Like your
him.
boss.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't play. I don't give a fuck about that.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. But I'm gonna be real. Anyway, yeah, so it's like things like that. It's like shit. Now you got me thinking of word, man. I'm like shit. Fuck. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
How like you have to
you respect them. Yeah. So if you scare them, like we all are like afraid of guns and shit, like things that can kill us. Like we respect them. Like, oh, we know what to do with those. We keep them safe. We don't fuck around with them and stuff like that. And so it's like kind of like a guns ain't in the food chain, but when it comes to the wild, it's like a food chain thing, which is still natural because things got to eat other things and whatever to keep the world going around. So
that's another good segue too, is because of the internet. Isn't there? I forget what song it is. It might be Zealot to Stockholm, where he says any dude could walk into any Denny's with a gun that he 3D printed, and like he can kill him or something like that, something along those lines. But anybody could go and do that, and anybody can go and 3D print anything. Like you legit could.
You could die.
You can buy something off the internet. Like there's there's 3D printers use STL files, and you take that STL file, or you can buy it online.
Don't do this at home, guys.
Yeah, don't do this.
He's giving you the
don't
whole...
fucking do this.
But he's...
I'm saying, in the dark web...
There's ways.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. I mean, shit.
I was sitting there like, Matt, are you finna tell people
We're talking about... That? No, I'm not going to tell them how to do it, but I'm telling you that there is. It's a possibility. Yeah. Like, because the internet, like, that's the whole...
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, is like, you can get that... You can fucking...
Make it.
Buy a gun online and then make it.
Yeah.
And make the rounds for it, and you could do it at home.
Anything.
And then like anybody can do that, and anybody can go and walk into any Denny's and fucking fuck it up.
Fuck it up. And that goes to the part where he was saying like life is or death is unexpected. Like you gotta you could die at any moment. I'm pretty sure it's like he made it way more like a critical thing because I'm sure when he said it he was in an interview, but when it comes to like those 3D printing and like respecting the things that can harm you is because we have that factor in our bodies knowing that we could die at any moment. So if we know something's gonna like increases our chance of dying quicker,
mm-hmm.
we'll sit there and either like get away from it or we'll like get something to protect us from that thing.
Yeah.
And so to tie that all back into what we were saying, like just the way that we live our lives and shit like that, it's just.
Well, here's another thing too. Is like, this is kind of like he talked about this a little bit, but it's like, you know, I think about this a lot. Is like, you know, when I'm feeling really down, I think like, you know, what is the cost of death compared to the cost of life? And if the cost of death is the same as the cost of what life is, it's meaningless.
Life.
It's all meaningless because you can kill it just as easily as you could
give it.
Give it.
As moms like to say, I put you in this world, I could take you out of it just as easy.
Yeah, I've heard that from my mom. I've heard that. Shit.
Y'all know what we talking about. If y'all haven't heard that, y'all's mom hasn't told y'all the truth yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
It's seriously, like, I really think about that when I'm feeling really down. It's like
what are we doing?
If it's the same, you know, society, what the fuck are we doing? We can literally, like I'm saying, 3D print a gun just as easily as going to fuck some chick. That's on some real shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can easily do it just as easy as anything else. And, like, you can act as fake as you want. You can buy fake money.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, what's the cost?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And, like, if it's all the same, what does it mean?
Yeah, what is it for?
Does it mean anything?
That's a question. And that's within the whole album he fights with. Like that's what he really puts life right in front of you and hits you with the bare bones of it. Like you live, but why? Because everybody questions it. I'm sure everyone's questioned it. Like why are we here? What are we supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing for humanity or for this peace that we're all in? Because we're all in it together. And so it's like, am I doing my part? And then with the fact that we all fear like the one thing that's inevitable is death. So it's like like how you say, if the cost of life is the cost of like, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing what we're doing anyway?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so like that too is like, is crazy to think about, especially like, I remember this one time when my friend, he, I don't want to call him out or anything, but he was talking to me about like how, you know, I don't know what his mind state was at the time or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I still talk to him today. He's a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
But he was saying like, you know, look at the scope of the galaxy. Look at the scope of the universe. Look how big you can back out from everything. And then think about, you know, how many people are in the world, just the world, and like how much of a speck you are, you know, and if you were gone, would anyone notice? And then if anybody did notice, how many people, you know, would that just group be gone after a while and you forget what happened with that little speck, and then moving on, the world across the world wouldn't even have known what happened.
Oh yeah.
You know, and You know, it's important because like your circle is really important. You know, it's your family, it's your friends, and you know this is getting on like some really down low kind of shit.
But
Like,
this is
I mean, it's real,
and that's what he brings out in this album.
Yeah.
So all this is still coming from his album.
Yeah.
And if you guys like watch the Dissect podcast and watch the episodes, and you guys will see. But continue.
But I mean, your family and your circle and all that is really important, and to you, and like that's a reason for can be the reason for living, you know, and like you know, like you're a speck, but like you matter as well, you know, and you don't know that until it's all over. You know, you'll never understand. And like how we were talking about the other day, like taking mushrooms or something, how your brain will light up like so much if you take mushrooms compared if you don't. You know, and like right now we're sober, kind of. But like your brain doesn't light up as much, and you, like they say, you only use like half of your brain or 2% of your brain at a time, and like the mushrooms the psilocybin, it'll light up more sections, and you'll be, you know, seeing all the weird shit,
More
you know,
intellectual,
thinking different kinds of stuff. And they say like when you come out of it, like it changes your perspective on the world, you know. But yeah, when you were talking about like society and how like if you like it, like the way it's going or not. And what's funny about that is how he came out with the song "This Is America," and then like "Don't Catch Me Slipping," "This Is America," yeah, guns in my area, yeah, I got the strap, I gotta carry him, yeah.
I'm so cold, yeah. I'm so cold, yeah.
Yeah, and that music video is crazy alone too, because it's like you see like for example, like he's the guy in front dancing, and you're supposed to be watching him, but in the background there's a shooting going on, and you're like, he's like dancing, you know, and he's all in the front dancing and shit, but there's people being murdered behind him, and it's like, whoa. And then you think about what the song's about in America, and
to
like,
distract you,
you know what? There's a correlation there, people. Look, like, understand what's happening.
Are you paying attention to the dance moves, or are you paying attention to the shit that's in the background? Yeah. So yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
And then they'll place somebody to be that person, or they'll put something out there to be that person who's dancing.
It could be anything.
Anything.
Whatever gets those likes and clicks and plays and
people to
to
take away from
their eyes on it, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like he does a really good job in all the work that he's done to portray the realness of how life is, and how it's so fucked up, and how we like treat each other and stuff like that. Like it's literally insane. Especially in the way like he puts it in such a subtle way to where like it's like you almost feel what he felt, and it's like wow, like
yeah,
this is it. Like this is life. Like we have to go. Going on, like if people decide to listen to that, I bet you after listening to the podcast, your whole like, I know my perspective on the world has changed. Like it's just like it's like wow, like yeah, I knew what life was and I always questioned it, but for him to talk about his experiences with it, it's like wow, like that's different from me, and that's something I still need to take into consideration because I'm not the only one here. Like
yeah.
He has an experience that's different from mine, but I can learn something from that, or I can, sit there and focus on something I wasn't focusing on before. And I believe in a lot of that. I'm focusing in a lot more of everything that he's been putting out in that album, because that there's proof. Like everything he said, you can go out there and look at it and see it in real time. And so
that's do you remember the part? So like in the screenplay, it's been out since like 2014. So
it's an old album.
Yeah, I know the screenplay like front to back and like all the songs and shit. But like in the screenplay, there's a part where I think he talks about it in the podcast actually, where his friends, him and his friends go to the bank or something, and they're trying to get money out, but then across the street they see somebody robbing the bank, and then his friends like say like some funny joke about it, and then because somebody was like in a Captain America mask or something like that, and like somebody said, one of his friends said a joke, and then they came over to them and like fucked them up or something like that, and then they the boy was like he was like that like the it's like he's questioning, you know, what if you say a joke, you have to realize like part of the reason why it's funny is because it's real.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's like I took a lot from that, and even today I think about it, because like I'll say like some stupid like fucked up shit that'll be funny, and then like I'll think about it that I just said, and I'll be like, that's not really funny.
Yeah.
You know,
because it's real. Like
yeah, it might be like a stupid joke or whatever, but it's like, man, like this shit is real. You know, and like. And that's the thing with like division as well, as we go all the way back to the beginning of a podcast. Oh shit!
Oh, yeah. Well, just okay.
I'll finish the thought. Yeah. Beginning of the podcast. What was I saying? Yeah, with division is like somebody will go out and say that joke, but they won't even think twice about what they said. They won't even think about, you know, like that person, whatever they said it to might be actually really feeling what that joke about. Was, and they might just be laughing because what are you supposed to do in that situation?
Exactly.
You know, and or it may have actually been funny, but like it's real.
It's still real. Yeah,
it's still real, and it's kind of funny because it is real. And so like then that person will go on about their day, don't even think about it, but then that person will go and actually live it.
Exactly.
And it's like, what?
It's like, damn, that's what people are doing now?
And that's what division is completely, is because it's, I mean, I don't want to say it, but it's ignorance.
Oh, yeah. For sure. That's all it is.
So,
like, people are just not thinking.
No, but they don't, like, they...
Or they do think and they know, but refuse to...
There's that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do know, and they do try to get at you, and that's some like really fucked up shit. But then there's also the people that like will go and say it, and they don't realize, and it's ignorance, but also at the same time they might not be thinking about it because they don't live it. You know, and they don't think, like, they're not thinking about all these other scenarios and people and all this shit. Like, people aren't going to be like me and you. There's not people out here, people watching this podcast. There's not a lot of people like us, people that are watching this, I'm sure, can relate, to what we're talking about. And like, there's not a lot of people like us, and that's okay. We can only hope for it to grow, but like, not everybody thinks like that, Not everybody's thinking about what could happen,
the bigger picture,
and like what you're saying and what you're really meaning with that, so
yeah, it's definitely, we need to come together and really just be on a main focus, like really focus on what's important.
Yeah, I've always deep down wanted like America to mean something, and it does to me, because like it's, no matter who represents it or not, it's still a symbol of freedom and a symbol of, you can be anything. It's not like that in the rest of the world. It's not. You can go anywhere, and it's not the same. It's not the same. But if people don't believe in that, then it's just going to be like the rest of the world, because guess what? People don't believe in their government either.
Exactly.
So.
And that's where it comes back to like all that natural shit I was talking about. Take away everything that's not natural, like government, all that shit.
Yeah.
And give us all just the one purpose, is to preserve humanity,
Yeah.
I bet we wouldn't have these problems. But hey, whoever made technology, you know, billionaire, gazillionaire.
Yeah.
So this is what we got. This is the new normal now. This is our new life. I bet you there were way simpler times, but
You know, one day, like, we're learning about the internet right now, though. You know, because it's a baby, like how we're saying, like it's only been around for so long, 25 years or maybe longer than that. But I would think that, you know, the internet is gonna be able to help us eventually. You know, right now it's all fucked up. You know, it's not great the way that we use it now. But we're able to do things that we never would have thought about doing. Like me and you right now are using the internet to go and talk to however many people it is. You know, and you know that's gonna be able to help one day.
Yeah,
everybody.
Even the people, even the people watching it now. I'm sure. Hopefully, we at least hope for some of you guys that when you guys come and listen to our podcast, that it's bringing light to just you individuals right here and now, like in real time when you guys watch them.
Yeah.
And so, hopefully, this is us doing our part. You know.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I like this shit, bro. Do you want to end it here?
Yeah, shit. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right, guys. Shit, we're back.
Season
it feels
2,
good.
Motherfuckers.
Season 2.
Episode 1.
Episode 1 to a
Season
new chapter.
Season 1 was a
bro.
fucking ride. I'll tell you that.
Season 1, yeah.
That was a fucking ride.
That shit was a roller coaster, bro.
I definitely learned a lot, though. You know,
yeah,
I can go on here pretty confidently and talk to you or anybody and like be able to keep a show going now. It's not the best, I know.
Yeah, I'm sure we're not fucking
here at
A1.
the end is fucking like fucking what the fuck is this? People are probably like, shut the fuck up!
Yeah, you
end this shit already.
You guys are this, that, and the third. But then again, it goes to the fact it's like this is real. Like we ain't got no fucking script. We don't have nothing to like. We're not trying to put on a show. Like we're just really talking about. Well, like put on a show isn't like be fake.
Yeah.
But
we're not characters.
Yeah, we're just talking about real shit. These are our real feelings. Like I'm not sitting up here saying some shit just because I want you guys to feel some type of way about me. Like no, I'm saying how I feel.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of space we should all feel like we should be able to be in and stuff like that. And yeah, I hope, you know, people, hope people can just be open. And you know, open-minded. Be able to take shit from different perspectives.
I want to say anybody that's watching this right now thinks this is dope, hit us in the comment section. If you want to be on here one day, that'd be fucking lit. And
Facts.
I don't know if it's like a long lost friend or some random person.
Yeah.
We can even like call you on Discord if you can't make it in or something.
Yeah, we can do video chats.
Anything.
We can make something work.
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah, and there's one thing I also want to do too.
Yeah.
Because you can post on they can go on our page and like post shit on the page or
yeah.
So one thing I want you guys to do, since this is now season 2, I want you guys to go back and rethink about all the things we did in season 1 and pick out some of your favorite moments from season 1.
Yeah.
Or even just put them in the comments right now while we have this time as we're doing the outro. But
that'd be cool.
I definitely want to hear some of you guys' favorite moments from season 1. Everything from the first 5 episodes of our podcast and everything on our page, or it is season 1. We'll make sure to let you guys know on this episode that this is season 2. But yeah, let us know. Like, talk to us so we can talk to y'all and we can, you know, come together as one and share thoughts and, you know, just do some fucking unified shit, you know.
Yeah. Every season we're gonna try to do something better.
Do something different.
Pick this up, you know. Pick this mic up. Fucking up in the quality with everything.
Quality.
We're trying to get better every season, so
exactly. So
we'll see where we go from here.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be crazy.
It's been a fucking ride, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. It feels great.
Mixtape Podcast, Season 2.